Darling, you send me, I know you send me, darling, you.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm sorry I haven't made any videos recently, but I just went away to Cambodia and Singapore, and so a whole bunch of videos will be coming out at once, but that's the reason why, because I just got so many editing backlogging. But I figured I'd do this so give you guys an update and get you guys back into some more videos. So today I'm going to be installing this K&N air filter on my BMW 125i E82. Stay tuned. So you don't need much for this install. You pretty much just need a T30 and a little bit of knowledge. So we'll get straight into it. There she is. So this is our airbox that we're working with. It is super hot, or not super hot, it's quite hot because I've been driving and I just got out of the car. So I probably should cool it down and not do it, so I'll let it cool down for a tiny bit and then I'll get into it. Okay, so I've let it cool down a bit, but first things first, I actually made a mistake. It's not a T30, it's a T25, and that T25 goes into this little slot here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 needs to come off, and it's basically just holding in the airbox of the 125i. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take out those 7 bolts. Sweet, so I've got all those 7 off, and this should pretty much peel straight off the top. And all you're gonna do is pretty much just unclip this little bit here. It's hard to do with one hand while you're holding the camera, but no, it's not hard at all. Yep, bang, that's off. And then the top should just slide off as such. Bang, and that's your air filter. Just there, so you can see this is just the stock one, and I'm just going to be replacing it with the new K&N one. So that's inside of it also. Let's keep going. Just like that, she's out. So you do have to actually remove the whole box, otherwise just easier if you take it out. It's like another 2 bolts, so may as well take it out. Don't forget to disconnect the O2 sensor, otherwise you will be in all sorts of trouble, and they're expensive to replace. So now what we have in front of us is the new filter. So this one cost me around $30. It's just an air filter, you know, meant to increase the flow or something, yada yada yada. They all seem to claim the same thing and to increase power, but you know, marginal if at all, anything. The only really noticeable difference in terms of looks is the filter pads seem to be spread out a bit more. They're red. It's got K&N written on it. And there's a comparison side by side. So that's the stock one versus the new one, and you can see the pads are more spread out, so I guess it would increase airflow, you know, less resistance sort of thing. But as for power, like I said, you know, it's probably marginal. But we'll go ahead and we'll put that in to this bad boy. It's right here, the old airbox. Bang, that's all it takes, literally that's it, it's in. I had to just slide it in and that's all it takes to put it in. So taking it out is far harder than putting it in, but I don't know, I think it looks a bit nicer. Not that you're going to see it because it's obviously going to be covered up by this massive piece of plastic, but I might do it open, who knows. But I'm just going to go ahead and put it back in. So the one thing also you had to unscrew beside the two bolts that was here and here, you had to undo this here with a Phillips, a flathead screwdriver, and make sure when you tighten it back up that it's tightened, that when you're doing it, the screw is on top, otherwise you'll have an absolute nightmare putting that thing back on because it'll be down here and you'll try to get a screwdriver in here and all that sort of thing. So make sure it's on top when you get it screwed in, and that's the O2 sensor. This thing is focused, that's the O2 sensor just there. Yeah, and that plugs in just here. So that's pretty much it. So now it's just the same thing in reverse. Let's go. Slides right in here, back where it was originally. Everything else is in the reverse order. Reconnect the O2 sensor last. Slide the sleeve at the back. So slide this sleeve at the back here, this one, over the top of this first, and then tighten it down, and then reconnect your O2 sensor. Do it in that order because that's the easiest way to do it. Otherwise, yeah, you know, things will get in the way. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Bang, and that's what it should look like at the back. All tightened down here, and the O2 sensor reconnected. And then pretty much it's just put in these two bolts here, make sure they line up. There's a little rubber thing underneath, so you want to make sure that sits correctly. And then put your cover back on, just there. But let's keep going. Those 7 bolts are all screwed back in, and that's looking good. This place could obviously do with a little bit of brushing. Yeah, it's putrid. What you want to do is carefully re-put that one back on. So that's the next thing I'm going to do. And I also loosen these just a little bit, just so I can get in. You don't have to do that. I just do that because, you know, I don't like the hassle. But and just like that, the new intake is, sorry, new air filter is in. I kept calling it intake, I meant air filter. That really isn't hard. It took me 20 minutes max. Super easy, super cheap. So if you're really looking for, you know, if you're looking to do something like that, and you know, you're really getting into the car game, an air filter, something like that is super simple. And it takes like no prior knowledge to do. Like, there's a lot of information out there on any car, so if you, sorry about my phone, keeps going off. If you want to do that sort of thing, you want to get into the car sort of game and you're interested in that sort of thing, I would recommend doing an air filter as one of those things. You know, air filter, oil change, all that sort of thing. Just the basics will get you far enough to start off with before you start tackling something a bit more challenging and, you know, and you want to expand. Startup sounds good, nothing blew up, no codes on the screen. But yeah, there you go. Well, listen to what it sounds like outside. I'm pretty sure it'll sound exactly the same. Not that I can hear anything over that bloody exhaust anyway. But there you have it. That's all done. That was a simple mod, 20 minutes. And thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.